Yeah, it definitely does.
Okay, looks like we're going to be heading into match one. Turn off draft, turn off the wait things. Okay, we're in. Lines,
Uh,
0.
you gonna do the countdown?
Oh, it auto-played, sorry. Because it's game one, it
Oh,
auto-plays it. I
I
can...
might be a bit behind then.
What time are you at?
25, 24.
Alright, I'm going to pause. Let me know when you get to 310, when you approach 310.
Okay. 13, 12, 11, 10.
Perfect. So starting off, Salmon goes to the back books, deals with blue, and doesn't take the flirt on Disney, which is very surprising. ST came to us and we didn't flirt.
Mm.
Maybe
We're
just
just innocently talking with Amba though. Maybe we're fishing for a low light, to be honest.
at this
Just
level of play, I know that these two are really gonna. I expect to see a lot of that kind of stuff. They're gonna be doing a lot of things, I think, to fish for lowlights.
wow, that was a wrong arm bug. It wasn't seen on the sniper camera. The tree just occluded the wrong arm.
And there you have it. That's why Redwoods is awesome. Completely
But you
blocked
have
by
to
the
know
tree.
the angle, I guess, there to actually go for that type of bug. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure it's visible.
Yeah, not a bug I would necessarily go for. I'll be interested if we can remember to look at the replay and to see if FalconHit was looking out towards the sniper. Like maybe he researched the angles. Like if I see the laser here, I know that this area is blocked by a tree, right?
Yeah,
Because
I'll
that's
try
certainly
to
possible.
remember and tell you after this one while we wait so we can see. Because it looked like he knew what he was doing exactly.
Right.
Joining our seduction. Unfortunately, the seduction leaves before we get the chance to get a flirt. Contact split into a green flirt at the pad with our seduction.
And we see the laser hover over FalconHit from YerAnd there. Almost, I'm thinking maybe that was a fake low light because he didn't really do anything. He kind of later low lighted Disney. Uh, so that may be kind of a fake low light on FalconHit to try and bait out some more aggressive spy play.
Uh, we're going to do some inspects at the red book, though if the BB split was seen, I think we're kind of top suspect. Yeah, and we
Yep.
get shot for it immediately. So point for YerAnd on the sniper side.
Yep, that's correct. So let's
Let's
take
see
a
the bug.
look. Yeah, let's take a look at the bugs. I'm gonna go first. I want to look from spy cam here and see where he's looking. So he sees. He's not tilting his camera down, so he can't see like exactly out there. Oh, there we go. He's kind of looking. Kind of just rewatching it from farther back to see. Yeah, it's hard for me to tell if I'm gonna go interactive spy and see if you tilt it all the way down. If you could get a better idea, you can. So if you go into interactive spy, camera 4, you can look all the like tilt it all the way down by moving your mouse up, and you can kind of see where the laser is, which he wasn't doing. So I'm not sure necessarily how calculated it was.
But on the sniper, it wasn't like the hand was completely obstructed. So maybe he knows that side is like usually there's that tree and the windows. So
Yeah, but I mean, he would have to know that that's where the sniper is to know that it's occluded, right? Which is kind of what I was trying to see. Like, does he know that where the sniper is? But it doesn't seem he's really looking for it. I don't know.
I
That's
mean,
a
it's a pretty, I think, kind of a standard spot to look in, I guess.
true. Yeah, you're right. That's true. That's kind of a pretty standard spot. Could also be looking at like the bar and kind of all of the highlights
Yeah,
where there's
yeah,
some
yeah,
laser
yeah.
movement. Next game is up though. So three,
Yeah.
2, 1, planet.
So we're having queen, eyeing up the party a bit.
Yeah, both of these players starting out a little bit, doing a little bit of idling in the beginning of the round. We do go for a green timeout at the side window.
That's really going to be helpful, especially if not noticed or noticed late. Might trigger the sniper a bit into thinking I might have missed a lot.
Yeah, I do think that these players, though, like that's something that happens, early kind of in your progression of gameplay is like when you miss a purloin, when you miss a time ad, you kind of overreact and you can take bad low lights. I used to do that with purloin a lot. I have a feeling both of these players, if they miss something like that, they're mostly just going to let it go.
right?
We do see a low light on
We
salmon.
we get a 34% flirt next to our seduction target.
I wonder what the low light on salmon was for. Possibly just for spacing in the combo. It wasn't next to either of those characters. It was pretty far from them.
Maybe a pathing thing, even though I don't know if FalconHit watches things like that or not.
I think both of these players watch for pathing and etiquette stuff and behavior.
Then it could be something like that.
Yeah.
YerAnd I know watches for pathing though. The FalconHit I don't know.
Yeah, I think salmon was where Rocker is now, so it's like, would a spy stand that far away from both of those AIs if they were the ST?
68% white test flirt. Not much progress, but then again, we have plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time to just keep timer flirting here. Amba is close. However, it looks like we're gonna bail and probably go to the bar.
We direct Purloin. Interesting choice.
Was
Did
that a?
Pearls have a delegation?
I don't. I don't think so, but I wasn't watching who grabbed drinks too closely.
I think Pearls had a delegation
Oh,
there,
she did.
and
Yep, she
this
had a
was
drink in hand. Yeah.
uh,
Interesting
a bit of a
moves.
rush shot though, right? Or
Um, I believe so. I'm rewatching right now. She is next to Queen. So it does. That is a frame delegate on Pearls there, but I don't think Pearls really had too much else
yeah,
mission
that
wise. She could have
so
seduce done just looking at where
yeah,
she had
but
been. So that's two missions on board. Who's that a point for? That's a point for your end.
Yeren 2-0 for Yeren right now.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a rush shot, and we'll see if Urine can kind of snowball that. Sometimes you could like rush shots. I can sometimes view that as like being tilted or what have you. So it's kind of like, okay, maybe he could be tilted after going for a civ shot that I generated. What else can I do? Can I play aggressive, or can I snowball it further? Can I just idle the whole game, etc. So there's a few options that you can use to build momentum off of rounds like that.
Right, and this was Yeren's pick, right? Or Falcon had
Let me take a look.
Redwoods.
Draft Redwoods was picked by FalconHit.
Wow. Okay, that must not be the greatest start for him.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, again, I know that I think that at this level, both of these guys play quite differently than what you're going to be used to seeing. So the early shot is like it's surprising, but also not surprising because I know that they tend to play a pretty different game in that sense. I still I still don't know if I could justify it. I mean, why not just wait, narrow it down to
Yeah,
50-50 and wait for them to do something more?
yeah. Next one started, so
Yep, got it. Three, two, one, planet.
Teal on the spy side, Falcon hit 33% on a flirt. Queen as our seduction target.
Yeah, that's always fun. Standard opening for the most part. Flirt and wait. We are seeing a lot of respect given from one player to the other with in regards to kind of these early flirt combos. You will see, in some games like Opie, for example, in some of his matches, or just that standard like I'm gonna flirt and immediately walk away in time of chaos, right? That's definitely a move that is
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah,
common
yeah, yeah.
at some kind of higher levels of play, but they're both flirting and waiting.
We're kind of across from her now, so yeah, I'm definitely agreeing with the respect that you said there into the opening. 66% on a green test. So we could get the next flirt if we hit the green or a closer range.
Yeah, I don't hate this style of flirting, personally. It's you need stuff to do between your other missions anyways, so some spaced flirting I don't think is too terrible. That wasn't a bad time for a banana bread, to be honest. There was quite a few people in conversation. It was only two convos, but I think there's only a couple people that were outside.
Yeah, and Smallman, General, and Kane, I think, were all three in, which and they're a highlight, so we could have taken a bit of advantage on that. We just put the book back, no microfilm, but we do
We
get a
grabbed a
fingerprint from
fingerprint,
it.
yeah, and we're going straight for the second fingerprint. Let's see if this is going to be picked up by YerAnd here. This is fingerprint to fingerprint. The blue one obviously was cooked for a bit of time, but the second one here is pretty aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah.
I would be surprised if we delegated off of this drink. I mean, FalconHit
I
has to.
mean, we could because we only had 66% flirt and fingerprint with 1 minute and 15 left, and
Yeah, but
we decided to.
what is this? We already have fingerprint done and we're going for briefcase? Was it?
I mean, I think we were obligated, but
Oh, gotcha.
was was this a an attempted like reset animation of the sip while standing, or did I just?
That was some kind of shenanigan that he's trying to bait a low light for. There was a little bit of sliding. I can't tell if that was like generated by FalconHit and what he was doing, or if that was a little bit of lag in the game. But it looked like he like sipped, canceled, walked forward, and dropped it. Now there is a tiny bit of sliding. It looks like.
Uh, feels okay for me
I'm
right
seeing it a
now.
little bit when they start moving.
So I'm guessing Bug has a finishing move.
Yeah.
The hand was barely seen returning on the sniper side, but I don't see a shot coming.
Yeah, right there we have General and Tex right in front of that at the front combo there. So pretty lucky on the coverage.
And Falcon hit gets on the board.
I, yeah,
2-1.
I didn't expect the purloin because certainly you know you're being watched after going for that fingerprint and that you're going to be remembered having a drink. So I'm going to replay the bug real quick from sniper side because I didn't have it. Oh, okay. So he was turned between those other two trees and it was pretty open. YerAnd maybe just looking. Not quite sure what he would be watching there. He's not zooming in on the guest list. So that's a point for Falcon. That's FalconHit to a T, baiting low lights. Yeah, that's what I thought. FalconHit's going to do a lot of little I think, tricks to try and bait out low lights from your end. Next game is up.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Playing it?
We're starting off as general at the bar.
A bit of a bar rush. It's a little crowded.
Yeah. We cheese the delegation and just bail.
Yep, delegate trick for those unaware. If you hit the delegate option, which you would normally take a drink and walk away, if you hit it and walk away at the same time, you'll get the delegate option without taking a drink, so it's a little bit more hidden from sniper. Now, when you're on a bar venue and you notice a bar rush at the beginning of the game, do you start low lighting people that don't go to the bar after a minute, minute and a half?
Personally,
Yeah,
not really, but I'm kind of expecting Purloin if I see a bar rush. Because why would
right.
the spy
Why
not
would?
capitalize on that advantage there?
Exactly, yeah.
Same kind of start, slow start with just flirt 33%. I don't know if that was a green test or not. Our delegation just expired, and we hit a white test for 56% flirt across combo.
Yeah, kind of weird that we didn't take advantage of the delegate split maneuver there. Possibly YerAnd wanted more people to go to bar after, before he would do it.
We leave kind of quick from the BB while FalconHit was low lighting. Taft though doesn't get the low light yet, even though he was out clearly from the BB. So we have contact and 56% flirt. I'm assuming a green test from this distance will earn us the flirt, but unfortunately the selection bails for the bar.
Yeah, and on the way out, we did split into briefcase, which was taken by Rocker, so we did like a briefcase cancel and continued walking.
Heading into statues, fingerprintable difficult. We unfortunately missed the action test, so we don't get the fingerprint. However, we do get an inspect out of it and a highlight for it.
Were these was this other highlight on tap for inspect? Is FalconHit highlighting inspect or for suspicion?
I'm not sure if Taft got for the inspect, but Taft was out of BB at the blue book at the time. We
Gotcha.
just get shot.
Yeah,
Crash
we
bug.
yeah, we crash bugged in, and I don't even know if that was necessarily seen. If it might have just been kind of suspected there. Yeah, pretty hard to see the actual bug on the way in there, but it's pretty. If you look at it from the perspective of general joined, could have crash bugged and then is immediately talking to cover the hand
Yeah, yeah,
snapback.
yeah.
That's probably the read that Falcon Hit had there. Because seeing the actual bug is pretty much like non-existent.
Yeah, but you credit it at that point,
Right.
right? The position and just
Again,
general.
kind of an early shot though, right? I mean, what does General have on the board? Bug, contact, seduce, and one inspect. Maybe one fingerprint off of that statue. So I guess at that point you could say maybe I missed a fingerprint, so I got to shoot.
Yeah, yeah. And we're on to the next.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Playing it?
Right, Falcon hit as Smallman. So cheesy plays, I guess.
Maybe. Not too much cheese you can do with being small on aquarium, other than you can hide behind the shark easier. But I think he's a little bit slower than the shark's movement.
Yeah, he's not that fast.
You know what? I take that back. With the angle of the sniper cam, you can actually hide in the backs of these conversations. Like right now, you can't even see him behind General and Sorry.
Yeah. White test at the bar for 28%, and we get the highlight. Either for flirt pair or for a bar, even though Oprah's not getting it, so this might be a flirt pair, I guess.
Highlighted the bar. Wow.
Was that legal, leaving? I mean, I thought you have to wait for 3 people before you leave.
If that's the case, then you already know more than me about bar etiquette. I don't know. I feel like I learned something new. Like I'm still surprised to learn, different. Like I learned from one of the casts the other day that if you have a pending green swap and you're still standing near it, it won't it won't call someone over.
I
Not
mean, I wasn't sure about that either, if it works or not.
Yeah,
I
that
guess
was
it depends
crazy.
on the venue and the distance as well. 62% flirt at bookcase, uh, next to our seduction. But if we're paired, we're kind of in a bad spot right now. We've seen, though I don't.
And that was a
The
pretty
sniper.
quick return, right? That did not seem like it was long enough at all.
Yeah.
We also went for a bug on the way out after that BB, but it didn't stick. Opie speculating that the highlight on Falcon Hit is simply just because it's Smallman.
Could be. But it seems like we're being kind of watched right now. Lasers hanging on us.
Yeah, he's also a center. Kind of a standard area to hang your laser. I always think that though when I'm standing in that combo, the laser's on me. I always feel like I'm getting laser burned.
Uh, do you think we'll have time to finish though? We just have 62% flirt and contact, and we're a highlight.
No.
And the only other highlight is twin.
No, unless if we get a good bug opportunity and then we frame swap, or we can
Close to the 1 minute
perlin.
mark. And we don't even get the flirt here. 86% flirt.
Yeah, I'm getting.
Low shark. Oh, that's on camera visible. The hand, everything.
I love those. I love those bugs though. I love those.
Yeah, but that
But yeah,
usually
that's
requires
just
green
just
shark.
misjudging the shark height there. I am getting a little bit of sliding when people land on pads. Their feet keep moving, like they keep walking while they're in place.
I mean, for me it was okay. I didn't really have that, but
Yeah, I like the attempt on the bug, and it does stick. I've tried those bugs a lot, kind of cross combo, step in the center and bug while shark's coming past, and they're surprisingly hard to land sometimes because the character doesn't go exactly necessarily where you want or where you would think. Yeah, we didn't have much of an out to get a win there, though. We needed that bug, and then we
yeah,
needed some type of swap or purloin frame. Let's take a look at the bookcase visit again. Curious. Yeah, that felt like one cycle, one read cycle.
yeah, it's exactly one cycle.
Yeah. I wanted to see the contact bug again.
Is it just me or this party felt really docile?
It was pretty docile. I was mostly watching from the spy's POV, rather than the snipers. So I wasn't tracking too much of what was going on. But he does have a few highlights. Boots was at statues, but I think she got low lit during the contact. That's one thing to really pay attention to when you're playing spy. Not that both of these players don't already know this, but when you're playing spy, you've also got to mission track the other AIs so that you're keeping some high suspect targets kind of in the rotation. So keeping track of who has gone to statues and who has inspect complete, and making sure that when you go for your banana bread, that they're inside of a conversation.
Yeah, or for a purloin, could work as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Next game is up. 3, 2, 1. Planet. Oh, I don't think who won that round.
Um,
The
YerAnd, YerAnd, point for YerAnd.
sniper win. So YerAnd.
I lost the track of score, but I'm pretty sure YerAnd shot Smallman, so yeah, point for YerAnd.
Yep, you're right. So it's 3-2.
34% flirt at the pad. We quickly just bail and we go to another pad.
Yeah, early flirt in the back right, unlikely to be paired or seen there, so it's a good opening.
Fingerprint at green if the Amba puts the book back that we will have available.
Yeah, and FalconHit may be distracted well enough by keeping track of kind of who's going to bar. Quite a few bar visitors in the beginning. And YerAnd goes for a briefcase cancel with Kane grabbing it. Heading over to bar to grab a flirt. No, we're going to go to the side window.
No, we're going into pad apparently.
Very curious. I don't understand why you wouldn't take that
White
flirt.
time ad. 2 time ads, 1 green, first one white. Doesn't
Well,
seem to be noticed yet.
as Pondoy says, if you get away with one time ad, why not just do another?
I mean, 55% flirt, white test across from our seduction target.
Yeah, again, very respectful flirting. They're both spacing it. They're not going necessarily for the two flirts, and they're putting a lot of time in between. Curious to see how this is going to open up and what missions YerAnd is going to go for other than contact and seduce.
I mean, time's on his side right now, so he does have time to eye the party a bit and see what he could potentially go and blend in a bit with the other AIs, like if they go statues or bar rush or something.
Yeah, I do like the idea of if you're making the game go a long time via time adding or maybe just letting the clock run, going for a really late BB. That way, the number of AIs that have done missions has gone way up, right? With an extra minute and a half on the clock, that's a minute and a half where AIs can go and get more inspects, take more drinks, do more suspicious things. So his list is going to be really long.
Oof, unfortunate Alice leaves while we were trying to flirt with her, but I think we can microfilm here. And
Could walk with shark.
ooh, bug on the way, completely hidden behind the shark, I suppose. I
You
don't
could
think he's
see his
invisible.
you could see his head stop a little bit, like the top of his head, but that's about it.
Ooh, why was the shot on Alice? That what did she have? She seemed a bit active, but not that active.
I don't know. Their shots are so weird. I mean, you've got her at the start flirting with Oprah, takes a drink, joins the middle convo. Not sure who she'd be flirting with there. I mean, I guess Salmon. She leaves, takes a book out, which could be suspicious. Comes back to the same convo, which has Wheels and Mom from before, so she could be flirting with those two. PB goes off. I don't even think she was talking. That's a very,
No,
very curious shot for me. I mean, she did not have close to 4 missions done.
definitely. And point for YerAnd again.
Yeah, let me do
4-2,
that.
right?
Yes, 4-2 urine. Track noting that Alice could have Buck behind Shark. Let me
Yes,
take a
but
look.
still, but even on bug, would
Yeah,
she
you're
have
right.
completion there?
No, and realistically, if we're crediting Alice with Bug behind Shark, shouldn't we also be shooting Urine because he also has Bug behind Shark? I mean, his was a little bit harder to see, but
I don't think YerAnd was even noted that he was at blue and then suddenly on the right combo.
right, yeah, his was a little bit harder to see. Even then, I mean, what else does she have? She has Bug, Flirt, Contact.
That's it, yeah. No fingerprint, she didn't delegate.
Yeah, I don't think was Amba ever at Blue Book. I don't think Amba was at Blue. He was at Bar. Oh, you know what?
She might have a fingerprint.
I think she took the Bar fingerprint. No, she got one before the Amba. I was just rewinding.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even think she had fingerprint, so I think we could have waited a little bit for a fourth mission there. Also, the time ad, that's a good point. Furby Fubar brings up, I did forget the time ad, so she could have been suspected for that. So, next game's up though. Three,
Yep.
two, one. Planet.
FalconHit as Alice.
I had a
I like this
theory.
though.
I had a theory for a while. It was like half serious, half joking, that the game auto selects the person that was shot last, and maybe it was like maybe if it's a civ shot, it's more often or what have you. But I seem to just notice that a lot, where the game auto selects the person that was just shot
I
the round
mean, you
before.
told me that as well, and to
Oh,
be
did
honest,
I?
I was looking at it, and it does sometimes do that. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but it does that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just a coincidence, but I felt like I was seeing it so much that it was more than a coincidence, but probably not.
Maybe it's just because you know that only when you see it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it feels like it's more often than it is. 34% flirt. I think we started with flirt every game, right? No other progress from either of those
Uh,
players.
yeah, there might have been a game where we had inspect, but I
I
could be misremembering.
think we could have bugged there when the Amba just pathed from the book now.
Yeah,
The shark was covering. I don't know if it would have stuck, but we
go
could have
for it.
tried at least.
Yeah.
Fingerprint on the far right statues. So I guess we're just timer flirting for the moment.
Yeah, very respectful openings again, and I wonder how much that they're both onto this, right? We go for the
Do a
DP.
fake. I don't know if text SDSDA was in, to be honest, but
Yeah, I'd like to
I
see a
think it's assumed fake.
no lowlights though. I'd like to see a little bit of a mix-up in their openings because if they keep doing the same opening of I'm not going to visit any mission sites except to reset my flirt cooldown, it can become fairly predictable as to you could start lowlighting people that start at statues, for example.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Also, I'm now having a bit of sliding as well. You were right.
Oh yeah, I have a little bit now. And we do finish flirt at bar.
No, we finished it at the pad, then we
Oh yeah, yeah.
went into the bar. We're behind Shark. We could, I guess, cheese it a bit, but yeah, we take a delegation, and I suppose we're going next to our DA. That would make sense.
We
We could
could
BB here.
we could BB. We can also delegate while behind shark.
We don't. We now choose to BB green test, but not no delegation as of yet.
I would have loved to seen the delegation to Rocker, who's holding a book.
Maybe now we delegate behind shark. Yeah, we delegate to Oprah and instantly split into the fingerprintable statue if no one was there to smudge it. And even so, it might be difficult. It's fingerprintable.
It's unblemished.
Purloin takes. We do get the highlight. I don't think Purloin's been noticed yet.
And we do go back over to statue, and we go for the green swap on the same statue set that we were already on. Very interesting win condition there. I suppose we don't have enough time to try and track down a second fingerprint, and going to statue, another set of
Yeah.
statues with only 30 seconds left is probably death anyways, so
It's previously Irish, I think, is called for the swap. She's a highlight, but if the fate is seen, this should be the middle shark, though, right? Yes. No, it's
yes,
the
if we're
up
gonna...
shark, but it covers it.
Oh, this is unfair.
Wow, not even watching to see if.
And you're gonna
Nice
take the
shot.
shot on FalconHit. Yeah, it was a great shot. I mean, just really, really leaning into the fact of knowing that that was Alice there. Just and it is pretty obvious due to the timing. The only risk is if Irish, was going for the frame because they didn't have anything done.
Yeah. But then again, maybe no overtime if Alice didn't have much.
Right.
If Irish, sorry.
So we're up 5-2. YerAnd's favor. Next game is available. 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
Wheels. I guess starting off with Flirt at the front pad. Wide action test for 32%.
Oh, did the game hang at 0 at the end there?
I'm not sure.
Might
It
have.
feels like overtime just started
If it was
the
hanging at
moment.
0, that would confirm that it was a green swap pending, right? Because Irish would have just ran out of time and not been able to swap. There were beeps.
Not really sure on that. For
Didn't
me, it
really.
felt really quick. Like it didn't. Like the moment it went into 0, overtime was beeping.
Yeah, and here we have YerAnd going for the Pofke transfer, taking a book out of green, following the Sharka's wheels all the way over to blue. He's the perfect size and
Whoa.
speed.
Whoa, this is really cheeky.
And we accidentally... Was that an accident? I was in sniper view.
I think that's intentional. I mean, it could be intentional, right?
Wow. And he
Because
gets
she
a
did
lot
take the
done.
fingerprint. Oh, or he.
Yeah. He gets transfer, bug, and a fingerprint done almost all behind Shark. That is a huge benefit.
Now, this is a different opening.
This is a
than
very
just
different opening.
flirting, yeah. 73% flirt on a green test. And we have a fingerprint transfer done, bug done. Really good progress, 2 minutes and 30 left on the clock.
I hate that the Amba walks right behind us there.
I mean, yeah, but it's clear that we're not bugging. I think we're visible. And we're not even a highlight yet, so really good position for YerAnd here.
Yeah, we have really a great lead. All we have to do is get a
We
fingerprint
go.
flirt. Is the wrong statue?
No.
Oh, it's the right one. Got it.
We finish fingerprint and get a pair of inspects as well. But I suppose the flirt will be the last mission. There's no point in finishing inspect.
100%.
Like, can you even shoot on flirt at this point with this much time on the clock? Like,
I think FalconHit could shoot on flirt. Yeah, I think that they're capable of it. Well, I mean, it's going to be pretty hard.
but he had sift shot, so will he take another, early shot?
I
I think
think
this is a win.
I think the flirt shot would have to rely on some suspicion of YerAnd doing stuff behind that. He would have to have seen, the wheels cheese behind the shark in some fashion, even just a little bit, or suspecting it, or what have you. But just assuming that flirt is done with a minute left would be hard.
I mean, since we didn't hit the highlight, then I'm gonna just assume we weren't really seen. at all. Wow. Okay, seduction
Wow.
target comes to us. We're winning.
Yeah,
Mission win
thanks, game.
countdown. Behind shark. No shot.
We're seeing talking and no reaction. But that's a very hard shot to take. I mean, if you had
Yeah.
any suspicion on wheels, you probably would have already shot by now, anyways. But beautiful move by YerAnd to take it to a 6-2 game. Let's take a look at the transfer here. I'm gonna watch it from the spy side this time because I watched it from sniper originally. So we go straight through the middle convo and straight through the other one, which I like.
Yeah, I think that if you go a bit lower or a bit above, you're visible or stick out a little bit.
I have a feeling the briefcase was an accident.
I mean, he did take the fingerprint. If it was an accident, why not just put it down really quick?
Well, because you already have it, why not take the fingerprint? But I think he was
I mean,
trying to
maybe.
click, slam the book away and then maybe get the briefcase after. Because the timing is very close on that whole shark maneuver. You have to make sure that you get it all done, in the right time. I think that was an action priority thing, kind of messing him up there. Plan was probably to slam the book and then bug and then briefcase. Let's take a
It worked
look.
out though, so.
Yeah, his left wheel was pretty obvious at the tail end
Ooh.
of that, but luckily we get away with it. It's a great move. I mean, that's the win pretty much. Yeah, and after that, I mean, you've got to have the flirt pairing really down. Which at the beginning of the game, did we even really flirt? No,
I mean, we did at the pad, didn't we?
I don't think so. Did we? Oh yeah, we did at the
Or
very beginning. Yeah, you're right. So possible flirt pairing opportunity there, but that's such a hard shot for FalconHit to take. I mean,
yeah.
you have to spot wheels going for that, really. I wonder if FalconHit knew. I mean, because that's one of the things when I'm playing Aquarium, I'm looking for that move on wheels, and I'm looking for the move where Taft goes to the back right and does the timeout in the corner, right? Like those are two things that I'm really thinking about on Aquarium. So you gotta watch out for those.
6-2, right?
What's that? Yeah, 6-2.
Uh,
Yeah, you're in the lead 6-2. They split Redwoods, and then has Urine won every round of Aquarium here? Because they
it
did
seems so,
split
doesn't it?
Redwoods. Yeah, and whose pick was this? Was this Urine's pick?
I think this was FalconHit. Because
Uh,
Jaren picked, but, right?
no, other way around. FalconHit doubled
Oh.
Redwoods. Urine doubled Aquarium. Yeah, wow. You love to see that when you're doubled map and you sweep it.
Yeah. We're seeing library now, right?
Let me pull it back up. Yeah, we should be going into FalconHit's pick of library, and then after that, if we get there, is Urine's pick of veranda. So heading into library, we've just got to get one win, and it's a very sniper biased statistically, I believe. I don't know about diamond, but very high win rates on sniper. Um, so I'll be curious to see if FalconHit is really going for some type of frame on library rather than a mission complete. Next game's
Could be.
next game is up. 3, 2, 1, planet. Starting out on salmon, taking control in the back convo. Just idling.
Yeah, we leave. There's nothing to do there. We go into Green Book.
Note the low light on Tex and Smallman.
Do we know what, like, is there a reason?
I
Or
didn't
just.
see the Smallman one, but I did notice that Tex was in that conversation, standing there by himself at the start of the game. So possibly just rewarding the kind of, waste of. He's not flirting with anyone, he's just wasting time, not doing anything.
We get a white test flirt at the Green Book. 28%. I mean, better than nothing, right? Since we had the book anyway.
Yeah.
And We also innocently return. She gets lowland.
Yeah, I don't hate that move. I
And
mean,
we get lowland.
oh, you're slightly ahead of me.
Interesting.
Pause for like
Oh,
2 seconds. And yeah, we do net the low. Again, I was about to say I don't hate that move of doing the innocent early return because you're going to get some suspicion off of you. And as you said, we do pick up a low light for the early green take and return.
I'm at 3-6 right now. Are we on the same time?
305, 304, 303.
302 now. I'm gonna pause 2 seconds more. 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
close enough. No, it's accurate. So this game is really going to hinge upon a couple different factors. One, does FalconHit know that he's low lit? And two, how closely does YerAnd choose to watch his low lights this game?
I mean, the party's really narrowed down, but we're one of the lowlights.
I do like. I just that's actually a really clever idea. I think if you suspect that you're low lit for a behavioral thing, you then go for your BB before you start blowing up and doing a bunch of missions because now you're mixed in with the banana bread low lights.
Yeah. Makes total sense.
I'm gonna start doing that. I never thought of that before.
I was thinking the same thing, to be honest. Disney gets lowlight for going center. I'm pretty like this has to be behaviorism.
Yeah, it's probably a little early to go for center. I mean, because usually if you go for center statues, you're highlight, and then how do you really get away with bug, purloin, or microfilm when you're already, one of the few people that has inspects done?
Yeah, makes sense. The lowlight there on Kane.
Do we low light
Good
Kane?
bounce. Yeah,
Oops.
good bounce with Toby. So we have 62% flare, one fingerprint, one inspect, and contact done. Seduction cancelled,
Oh, that's unfortunate.
unfortunately.
Yeah, and I mean, it does feel like FalconHit is playing pretty fast at this point. So I think he may be trying to rely on the fact that he's low lit. And we're brought back up for
Ooh.
finishing inspect. Interesting. I wonder if Urine just remembers that why Salmon was low lit in the first place.
I mean, not the best position to be in right now. We still need 2 missions, and we could finish fingerprint, but what will be our finishing one?
I think at that point you have to get a lucky bug, like a good setup, and you take a bug that can be unseen and maybe unsuspected, or you get a lucky reject chain. You get a couple people to
Sure, but
reject, and you go for the green.
on the bug, kind of slim chances in my opinion, as we're salmon, and we're a highlight.
Yeah.
Alice just went to center and YerAnd looked to see if there's a swap. This might be a timeout.
Oh, we did purloin. Okay. Yeah, we went for a white purloin, and we're heading into blue books. We gulp the drink, taking blue book out. It would be great if there's a fingerprint on here. There is. We're gonna hit mission win countdown. Does Urine know that he's picking up the second fingerprint? Also, doesn't seem we're really suspected for that purloin. And
Mission win.
FalconHit gonna get away with the mission win. Very surprising, as one of the few highlights left on the map. Mission win on library for Urine.
No, that's FalconHit,
I'm sorry.
right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I just misspoke. I gave the point to FalconHit on the scoreboard, but I misspoke. That is Urine's first SCL library loss, says Warning Track. First time he's lost library.
Wow.
Opie pointing out the massive sliding kind of sucks. Yeah, there was a bit of sliding, on at least from my perspective on that one, or kind of a lot. The match is over. Quit spectating. Did
I
they
mean,
remake the lobby?
I was gonna ask because I saw YerAnd leave and it's 6-3, so
They must be remaking the lobby. They're not.
They remade it.
Okay.
They're playing now.
Where are they? YerAnd and FalconHit. Yeah, they're probably remaking it because of the sliding. How are people fixing sliding frame rate lock? Um, yeah, Legorv, that seems to be what fixed it for Ponoob and whoever played. Yes, who played? Who did Ponoob play yesterday? Was that FalconHit?
Uh, no, wasn't it
No, it
Slappy?
was
Or am I?
Magician. Was it Magician?
Yeah,
Oh,
Magician.
Slappy. I don't know.
No, 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 Magician. It was
Okay.
Magician.
Yeah, they locked their frame rate, and that seemed to have helped. Magic Ian. How do you lock your frame rate? Is it the? It's not called frame rate in the thing, is it? It's
I think you just put your
frame
refresh
rate
rate
limit.
to
Oh, it
60.
is. Yeah. It was just weird that it was called frame rate limit, but then it's listing refresh rate hertz rather than actual frames per second. So we have match point for YerAnd playing Spy on Library. I think it's very possible that FalconHit takes this round, bringing it to 4-6, and then they head into Veranda, which was YerAnd's pick. I think I'm going to pull up the stats on Veranda for these two guys here. Oh, never mind. Round starting. I'm in, by the way. It auto started. YerAnd on Mom.
Wait, what time are you at?
4:15, 4:13, 4:14. I mean 4:13.
A bit before. Let me just try to catch up.
We do start off the game with a green time add into a green flirt. Currently at 4:04 on sniper time. 4:03. I guess it would be
Yeah, well,
better
I'm
to.
thinking now. 402, 401.
Yeah, it's going down at
Close.
a slow every 2 seconds though. We're just hanging out. We had an option for a reverse drive-by bug there with our right arm, but it probably would have been seen.
It's watched.
Yeah. A little bit of a less respect than we were seeing on the earlier games for the flirt. We started out next to Smallman, we got the 51, and we're chasing over and getting seduced down. I think it is a little necessary on library because of it being a 5-8. You've got to get so much done. It's hard to have to worry about flirt the whole time.
I mean, we already seduced. We contacted, and we have 4 minutes left on the clock on the spy one.
Yeah.
So really good progress.
I think that was a BB at the end of the flirt talk talk animation there. Might have been green. I wasn't sure on that. And I love this play, hanging out in the conversation with the double agent post BB for a bit and doing at least one or two talks. Why would the spy waste their time doing that? And we get a beautiful bounce back into the useless conversation, away from the two people that we could flirt with, next to the DEA post BB. So if you're looking for a way to idle and become less suspicious, this is definitely a good way to do it. Stepping into yellow book. DA did just drop a fingerprint back into yellow. However, we just blemished it by putting a book back in. We could come back later to go for the difficult. I suspect we're going to grab briefcase here.
Would we even be called to it from that far?
Um, not sure. I would go for it.
Is there any? There's no fingerprint on it.
I suppose not.
Unlucky.
Yeah, I wonder if YerAnd knew that and was trying to get credit. You know, picking up a briefcase with no fingerprints on it. Sometimes maybe you could get low lit for it. Kind of risky because it relies on the sniper tracking it very precisely.
And if the sniper doesn't, then he can just assume, okay, there's a fingerprint there, even if there's not. But on their level, you're right. They might just be correctly tracking the briefcase and hoping for a low light there.
Oh,
Heading into blue.
Opie brings up a good point that I don't know if I was aware of, but the spies do not blemish the fingerprint by putting a book back. So
At all.
Yeah, that's what he says. So the fingerprint on blue and the fingerprint on yellow should be fresh.
That's something interesting to know.
I feel like I've had that happen, and I was like, wait, why isn't this fingerprint difficult? And I guess
If I
that's probably the
recall,
reason.
Nantalas just did that.
And what is that shot? Well, congratulations to. Oh no, that was FalconHit shooting. Gosh, I keep getting mixed
Yeah,
up on who's playing
YerAnd
what.
for the time ad.
But did he time? I thought he didn't time at that. Oh, he did
No,
time
no,
it at
no.
the window.
He
Okay,
he
okay.
white tested
Got it, got it,
time
got it.
ad into shot.
Yeah, I was surprised because I thought that he didn't, so I was like, how did Urine just get shot and he didn't even time out at that window? Okay, fairly straightforward. White time out at the window, and we're going into veranda.
So we're
Uh,
seeing all the venues.
we are seeing all the venues, a close set. Let's take a look. I wanted to see some of their stats on veranda. Veranda. I'm going to look at SCL5 specifically. So for YerAnd, he's played 10 games. He's 60% on his spy and 80% on his sniper. And let's take a look at
60% on his spy.
win rate. Yep. SCL5 for FalconHit. Does not seem to have veranda listed. Let's look at all time. So on the all-time, FalconHit has 9 games listed, 75% on his spy, but only 40% on his sniper.
Kind of a
That's
low sniper rate on
that
him,
is a
right?
pretty low sniper rate. That's pretty scary, yeah.
So maybe YerAnd hoping into safe shot from Falcon.
Yeah, we could see something like that. And Uran's most picked venue for all-time SCL is actually veranda. Surprised we didn't see
Nice.
that banned, especially with the low percentages and pick rates here. Next game is available. If you're ready.
Yeah, yeah, man.
3, 2, 1, playing it.
Right. FalconHit as Irish. 47% green test.
Take control is a little weird there because we kind of did a redirect and went backwards, but probably very hard to notice because it was
I
pretty small.
honestly don't know how you see that.
You
I
just
need to try and spot that.
you sit back, like you lean back in your chair. You don't worry about
And watch the
statues.
whole party.
Yeah, you kind of unfocus your eyes and you just look for a jerk. That's it.
I'm gonna have to try that. It seems like something nice to catch the spy on.
It is. I caught Lazy Bear on the aquarium game.
You caught me as well a few times just for that.
Playing it before loading into the game, I don't have a choice of when it loads into the game. Responding to Opie, making fun of me.
Yeah, no, I figured you were reading the comments, etc. We did the briefcase not have a fingerprint again? Because we just put it down and don't have a fingerprint. Stepping in next to our seduction again, a bit across, but it's a short combo, so I think a green test can earn out a bit. Yeah, 93% on a green test. Do you think we'll go for a mission win? Uh, oh, we tried a bug in front of the Amba, hoping to have cover, but we don't. Seems that YerAnd hasn't seen it though. We did
Early
get the highlight.
inspect is pretty scary, to be honest.
Yeah, but you missed the bug into the open with the.
Yeah.
But it wasn't seen, so we're requesting. So either there's a fingerprint on the drink, or I guess we're purloining.
No, I would suspect an innocent drink take to try and lower suspicion for the early inspect.
We reject though. So
Maybe it was a fingerprintable drink reject? Not sure.
Well, we just have Seduce and 2 inspect. I don't see this being finished.
No, I
And
mean,
we're a highlight.
yeah, it's hard to finish when you get inspects completed so early without other mission progress. Maybe the
Yeah, I think
request is to bring Toby to that side of the venue so we can start getting set up for a Purloin frame.
perhaps we're going into Green Bookcase for a fingerprint, I assume. But 1 minute left, so
Started fingerprint on book. I mean, we're making some decent progress if we decide to kind of burst at the end or maybe get a time ad.
I mean,
Gonna need some luck though.
I feel like a timeout right now is risky, but we do need it if we want the mission win.
Yeah,
I don't see a frame here happening or a sieve shot.
this is our last chance to time ad. We certainly can't do it once it starts beeping. We do get to zoom in on the guest list.
We finish fingerprint. We're gonna finish inspect. I assume we're gonna swap this because otherwise, I don't see how. Okay, and we just get shot for a white swap.
Did we white swap there? Oh yeah, we did. And that's going to be YerAnd taking the set 7-4. FalconHit almost bringing it back, but stepping into Veranda. I wonder if FalconHit is going to be regretting maybe some of his bans there. I feel like banning Veranda against YerAnd may have been a great idea, just looking at some of his stats.
Yeah, but it was a nice set though.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great set. We saw lots of interesting gameplay, lots of interesting shots early on in the set that felt a little premature, but sometimes accurate, sometimes inaccurate. Um, Very hard to deduce sometimes what these two are thinking because again I feel like they're playing at kind of a different level than you or myself, where they're looking at different
Yeah,
things and
yeah,
rewarding
yeah.
different things. But overall, I mean, a great set to watch. I feel like there's
Definitely, definitely.
a
Yeah.
couple tricks I learned that I'm probably going to incorporate into my gameplay and you as well. So that's always good. So again, congratulations to YerAnd, and thank you for casting with me again, Loris. It was a pleasure.
No worries. It was a pleasure.
All right.